Good evening, and thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I have you down from seeing this view down here on the ground because I got my pajamas on. I forgot that I was going to make this video, and I went and got ready for bed, and I didn't want you to see me in my PJs. It is what it is. But I'm going to do, this is inner child, so I'm going to talk about some inner child, and I may actually do a reading concerning this issue afterwards, and I got to figure out how I'm going to pick the cards and do stuff because I'm not going to keep this view down here. Oh, excuse me. But I am going to ask for protection for the space during this time while I give the inner child, my talk about my inner child journey, healing, and talking to my inner child. I'm asking for protection from any person, place, thing, or energy that may come in and try to change the energy or the flow of the conversation, because this is my journey and not someone else's. I'm asking that my spirit team come in and keep me covered like they've been, and thanking spirit for this day, for this opportunity to give this message, where someone who may be going through the same thing or has experienced the same thing can actually make comments as well. All right, so this, so be it, thank you. This conversation will be about being watched over. Um, I spoke about this briefly in Discord because every day, if you watch any of my earlier videos, I think I talked about this bird that comes to see me. Well, he's still coming, and it's two people. It's of two people for sure that I know. Um, Definitely my twin flame, but it could be my father also. For a while, I thought it was the karmic. I don't think it's the karmic anymore. And even if it was, I don't care. They can come. But ever since my father died, there have been times when I know or knew someone was watching out for or over me. Just recently, actually for a while now, a bird comes and sits on my patio and chirps until I come and look out the window. I guess today I took too long to come, so its chirping was very different than normal. So it was because I was asleep and he woke me up. The bird woke me up. So I woke up and I went and looked out the window, but he wasn't in its regular place. It was like in the corner. And I guess once I came to the window and looked, he turned around because I took a picture of him and I placed it on Discord. And as soon as I did that, another bird came and sat, not right next to him, but it was on the same ledge. It looked and saw what was going on, and then it flew away. And so I thought that was pretty interesting. Like I said, I used to think it was the karmic, but now I think it's a relative. Or it's somebody that's close to me that's not here anymore. It's an ancestor. Um, where am I at? Oh yeah, and I think it could be spirit watching over both of us because it came and sat next to him, sat by him, looked at me, and then it flew away. So it could have been someone that's watching over the two of us. Soon after, I saw the bird. He changed his tune and he began singing his regular tune. And oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Um, I ended up, looking at him and kept on about my day. But then I had an incident come up that I could have easily solved, but I couldn't solve it because today was MLK Day, so all the banks were closed and I was trying to transfer funds and do whatever because I got the money. I have money. That's not an issue. It was just that the banks were closed and this was a new account, and ordinarily in an incident like that, I would have panicked and gotten this defeated energy, and I just would have gave up. I just would have gave up in despair, and I just would have been in this woe is me energy. But for some reason, I don't know, my inner self popped in and told me to do something, and I did what I did what it told me to do, and problem was solved. You know, your inner voice will direct you. Your inner voice, if you listen to it, your inner voice will help you. It will guide you and give you the solutions that you need. Um, Usually I wouldn't listen. I would be so worked up, the ego would have stepped in and would have had me in such a frenzy. And not only that, the ego would have been beating me up. You should have did this. Why didn't you do this? You should have did this. You said you were going to do this, blah, blah, blah. Constantly just, beating you up on the issue. But in this instance, I was able to, I'm looking at the clock, make sure I am talking to myself. Um, I was able to shut ego up, because ego did try to get it. Ego was coming in, and I was like, just be quiet. And it wasn't me that said that. It was my other me. It was my inner me. And so, I've learned a new tool, and how to quiet my ego. Um, but that's because I have been doing the work. I've been looking at things in my childhood with this inner work, and I've been dismantling them one by one. I'm not going to talk about each and every one of them here on my channel, because some of the things are personal, and it's just things that only me and spirit need to know. However, the way that I come on my channel is to give other people the tools that they can use in their toolboxes, because I'm using the tools that are in my toolbox to help me get through this journey. I think I'm gonna end it there, because this wasn't really a long inner child. It didn't take long today. Oh, excuse me. And I'm over here yawning, and I said I'm going to do a reading. We'll see how that's going. We're going to see about that. But I would like to thank you for stopping by, listening to this. I didn't really talk about how my inner child, how I healed it. I guess I will keep going. That's kind of interesting. I just skipped all the way over that. How did I heal this despair and this? Because I've been carrying this for a long time, and the reason why I would be in this despair and defeated energy is because I was yelled at all the time. If I forgot to do something, my mother would yell and scream and hit, and then she, call me stupid, and it was just, I dealt with that a lot as a child. Not with my father. This was after he passed away. And so I think I carried that energy for a long time. And then if somebody would yell and scream, I would just kind of tune out. And so what I've begun to do to my inner child, when I get in that energy, I'm telling my ego to shut up now. I'm telling my ego to shut up. I'm not calling it stupid, but I am telling ego to shut up. I'm telling ego to go get in your corner, or go get in your box, go some, I literally am telling my ego that, and I'm telling my inner child that she's okay, it's nothing wrong. People make mistakes, nobody's perfect. It's not the end of the world. That's what I tell her. It's not the end of the world. This is not something that's going to kill you. And normally after I do that, I'll go treat myself. Go get some candy or something. Because as a child, I loved candy. Me and the inner child, we eat candy all the time. I shouldn't though, because I don't want to have to wear fake teeth when I get older. And I am older now, and I don't have fake teeth, and I want to keep it that way. Um, but anyway, that's how I deal with my inner child. Now, how this affects my twin flame. My twin flame doesn't talk to me crazy. I think he said something to me one time, and I kind of gave him the side eye. We were driving, and he was like, "Why are you acting like you don't know how to drive?" And I just kind of looked at him, and then I was like, "Seriously?" And then he didn't say nothing else. And, but I thought about why did I do what I did for him to even say that? And that was part of the inner child, second guessing myself, feeling like I messed up. But now he don't say that kind of stuff to me, and I don't question myself. You know, that was kind of interesting that I just said that about him, because I normally don't drive with him. He's the driver. But yeah, that happened earlier in the year. But anyway, I think that's all I'm going to say for now. This reading kind of turned this message, because this isn't a reading. I haven't pulled any cards, even though I'm looking right at them. Um, I'm going to end in the reading now, and I'm hoping that what I've said will help someone understand that you know you there is someone watching over you. There is someone protecting you, and you don't have to feel defeated when you make mistakes. Life is meant to learn. You're supposed to learn from the things that you do in life, and you're not supposed to feel bad about. You can't. You're not going to be perfect all the time. You're not going to always make the right choice, the right decision. But you're not supposed to beat yourself about it either. Because regardless of what's going to happen, you're going to be cared for. And that's from Spirit. Alrighty. You all take care. Until next time, peace.